I think it's safe to say we're all ready to hear what Kim Kardashian has to reveal about Kanye West. It looks like she's got some dirty secrets up her sleeve, and she's ready to reveal them to make sure their children are never in his custody. Kanye has been going on and on for years about how they're going to take away his children, but this time it might actually happen. And honestly, I think it's for the best. This article reports that there's an impending custody battle between Kim and Kanye over their 4 children. An insider claimed that she might use dirt on Kanye, who goes by Ye now. I'm never going to call you Ye. But these dirty secrets are going to impact, or hopefully impact, his custody rights, and Kris Jenner wants to make sure of it. Oh yeah, Kanye is in big trouble because Kris Jenner is getting involved because everything has gotten too out of hand. We'll talk about how Kanye is talking really badly about his daughter, North. This article reports that tension between the former couple seemingly reached an all-time high after the rapper released a song featuring their daughter, Northwest, violating his agreement with Kim Kardashian. Again, trying to promote Diddy. And I still don't understand why Kanye wants to ride for Diddy so bad, but I don't understand why Kanye is doing any of this. Radar Online got a hold of a source, and they said that Kim's mom, Kris, wants to take down Kanye and to make sure he never gets custody. The reality stars are ready to unmask how Kanye put their kids in harm's way with Kris's support. You know, she's got a lot of money too. Kim is concerned for their kids who still love their father, but Kris has seemingly lost her patience and wants to make sure the family uses all of their legal teams to go after him. Kris wants Kim to wake up and realize that it's time to go at him with guns blazing. I would not want to have that family's, their guns pointed at me. She threatened to expose his dark, disturbing, and downright reckless behavior. We've covered Kanye in so many different ways on this channel. We know that he is problematic. He's gone through a lot. I mean, I'm automatically thinking about like Nikki Heaton and these really bad moments from the past, but these were like before he became a father. I wonder what he has done like around his children or has exposed them to. And nowadays Kanye is just being downright disrespectful, making videos talking about how he regrets having kids with Kim and that he should have had kids with Paris Hilton. Like she would just automatically consent to that.
Kim was Paris Hilton's assistant. I should have had baby with Paris Hilton over Kim Kardashian. You guys, could you imagine if I had kids with Paris Hilton, how many hotels I have now?
Also, hey, it just sounds stupid. Also, shout out to Paris. She just followed me on Instagram the other day. Love her. But so stupid to think that like she would want to be with him. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if she's still that, like, I don't think their family is involved with the actual hotels. Like he's just thoughtlessly speaking.
You get what I'm saying? Think about that. Think about that. The Hilton, the Hilton shit. Yeah. Because I think y'all staying in a Hilton right now. The fucking Edition Hotels is a Hilton. You know what I'm saying? And Paris Hilton had the vision, and then that's what happened. Kim was like the Virgil. Kim was like Paris Hilton's Virgil. And that's what happened. If you like Arnold Schwarzenegger and you have a kid with a nanny.
It is so cringe to watch. Also, like, I mean, shout out to Paris. She's built her own empire herself, but her family, like, I don't think she was like a kid figuring out how to structure like hotels and things like that.
The nanny only power is to take your kids. So Kim's only power is to take my kids. I had a baby with an assistant, bro.
It's actually pretty sad because it's like you see him trying to like dig this hole into this excuse or this explanation to why he is always right or why he's a victim. He really does act like a victim, but his behavior doesn't match with headlines like this. Why these hideous comments Kanye West made about his own daughter North will likely be Kim Kardashian's last straw. Kanye is seen having a conversation with a few men in a TikTok video. The full context of their chat is not known, but it's clear Kanye is talking about his eldest daughter, Northwest, and venting his frustrations over people on TV making comments about her. And while that seems fine on the surface, in true Kanye fashion, the conversation took a turn when he revealed some personal news about his daughter, learning that she has a disability and a medical issue. He said they don't know that she's dyslexic, and they've got her in an effing corner at school. They don't know that she, and this is Kanye oversharing, having problems with bowel movements. Oh, poor Northwest and stuff. Do you know what I mean? He said all these mother effers talking on television. Well, why are you talking on social media about your daughter's bowel issues. Blasting your child's private business just to make a point. I mean, that is a new low. North is at the age where she can go on the internet and her friends can see this and they can all talk about how North like might have a little, a little IBS. Shout out to the IBS girlies out there, struggling out there. We see you. We see your pain.
That's just a little girl not knowing what the is going on while comedians is making jokes, and they don't know that she's dyslexic and they got her in a corner at the school. They don't know that and this is a yay oversharing, but having problems with her bowel movements and shit, literally. And motherfuckers on TV talking, bro.
Definitely way too much information, Kanye. Please keep that to yourself. And I'm sure Kim wouldn't ever want that out there. Commenter's right. A lot of kids have bowel issues. True, and adults, honestly. He just ruined her life. School is mean. Kim's gonna be furious. That's right. Nobody's embarrassing North more than her dad. Parents being your number one haters are the worst, which it does seem like he is going after like Northwest over and over again and setting her up for failure. Someone else asked a great question. Why is he sharing her private medical history? On top of this legal battle that's going to go down between, Kim and Kanye over custody, because the thing is right now, it's not like Kanye is even really seeing his children much. He just wants to fight Kim over this. So she's going to have to then counteract and then make sure that he can't fight her or just steal the children one day. I mean, who knows what he's going to do? We recently spoke about the warehouse that he has downtown in LA. I feel like he would go and just start raising them like they're in a military. But Kim is going to be headed to Paris soon. She's going to trial because of the robbery that happened so long ago. I can't believe we're talking about this still. We talked about this in the Let's Get Into It podcast, but essentially one of the guys that is a main witness here just randomly died like a few weeks ago, and now it's time to go to trial.
Kim Kardashian's burglary trial has just opened here in Paris. For the next 3 weeks, 10 people are accused of organizing a 2016 heist in which Kim was robbed at gunpoint will appear in court. 2 of them have admitted their involvement, the other ones haven't. But what actually happened that night? Kim was in her room in an exclusive hotel in Paris during Fashion Week. She was alone because her bodyguard had accompanied her sister Courtney to a nightclub. 5 men dressed in police clothes managed to get into her hotel. 2 went up to her room, tied her up, held her at gunpoint, and stole jewels, including the engagement ring her then husband Kanye West had given her, worth $4 million. They were caught a few months later. Media interest in this case is huge, not least because of the generational clash between Kim and the burglars. Most are in their late 60s and have lots of health issues. 1 died recently. 1 was 81, has been excused. Kim herself is set to testify in court in mid-May.
Shout out to the BBC for the reminder, but Kim Kardashian is in headlines for this. Jewelry heist trial kicks off. Thief dropped $24,000 necklace on the street in a getaway. So I guess when we're getting the details now of exactly what happened with this crime, and one of these criminals, they dropped $24,000. Could you imagine? I can't even imagine just seeing $24,000. Like, would that be big? I feel like when you see in movies, they're like, oh, this is $1 million. It looks like nothing, which is so disappointing. 2 of the grandpa robbers, they're in their 60s and 70s, took to the stand Tuesday, including one who wrote a book about the incident titled I Kidnapped Kim Kardashian, which is disgusting that he's bragging about it. Hate her or not, I mean, she has children, but this guy, Eunice, who's 71 years old, now he's an author, I guess. He's seen fleeing the robbery scene on bike. He fell and dropped a bag of jewelry, spilling gems. That necklace was actually found by a pedestrian later that morning who reportedly were at work that day before finding out about the robbery and turning it over to police. Could you imagine being that one girl who's in Paris, getting ready to go to work, and then you see this beautiful necklace on the ground. You don't quite understand, but you decide to put it on and then realize the shock at work that you have the stolen jewelry. But they took way more than just $24,000. They took about $10 million in jewelry, including a $4 million diamond engagement ring given to her by her husband, then Kanye West. Not her husband anymore. It almost sounds wrong to even say that. It seems like such a foreign concept. They're definitely never getting back together, I'll tell you that. Gary is actually one of the youngest defendants in this case. He was questioned on Tuesday. He's accused of tipping off the gang to where Kim was staying. His brother had been a driver and provided other transportation services for the Kardashians, including just before Kim and Kanye's wedding in Italy. Gary was actually working for Kourtney Kardashian at the time of the robbery, but he denies any involvement. That is so scary as a big celebrity that you can't even trust the people who you are paying to like take care of you. It'll be your own people. Another guy, Mark, who is 78 years old, he was accused of supplying the gun used in the robbery. He was questioned and he talked about exposing his son to a life of crime. His son is also implicated. 6 jury members were selected Monday, and it looks like they're going to be starting the trial on May 13th, and it'll last about 10 days. While we're talking about the Kardashians, I do want to give you an update on Kylie Jenner. Kylie's different than Kim. She kind of avoids the spotlight. We don't really see too much of her unless it's on Instagram or on a red carpet. But with Kylie and Timothy's potential engagement on the horizon, things are getting intense, and Kris is ready to take control of the narrative once more. This insider shared that the momager wants to make Kylie and Timothy's wedding a big blockbuster event. They really need it for the Kardashians to continue, but Kylie is adamant about keeping her mom's overreaching hands off of her romance. Timothy was making headlines when he was hunting for a $300,000 engagement ring in Paris. The couple had also been snooping around luxury properties across Europe, hinting that something is brewing. I mean, Timothy's always talked about wanting to live in Italy and have like a more private life with his kids. But as far as Kris is concerned, Kylie and Timothy will have to play by her rules. It's a benefit to them as well as her. Kris has mastered the art of turning every moment into a Kardashian cash cow. Another insider recently revealed that even during the holiday season, Kris is relentless, ensuring her daughters are primed for a profitable Christmas, one of their best money-making windows. Quote, she sees a huge opportunity for a televised event, photos, a video of a proposal, sponsors for the wedding and reception. She doesn't want to pay a dime, she wants to make it all back. One thing about a Kardashian Jenner, they hate to see a bill coming because they do not anticipate paying. Kris is very motivated by the bottom line and is looking at this year's end as the last opportunity to reach her earnings goal. Everything is a work opportunity to her and is monetized to a full extent, including Christmas itself. She watches the numbers like a hawk. If anything isn't up to her expectations, she jumps in and changes things to improve. It's all very fluid and means all of her employees, including her kids, have to be ready to jump when she says. One source warned that Kylie might not get her way this time around, given Kris's 2-decade win streak. Timothy might soon find himself playing her game when it comes to cashing in on the wedding, even if it means Kylie won't be thrilled about it. Quote, it's always been that way. Even Kanye West touted the line. When one of them gets married, Kris always has a say in how they'll handle the publicity, which sounds pretty exhausting for that to be your mother, to like have that additional pressure to expose your life. Timothy may be polite, but he's trying to keep his distance from Kris. However, don't try telling that to Kris, who's already suggesting wedding planners, venues, and even wants to insert herself into prenup discussions, which is wild to think because, I mean, I guess Kylie has more money, so she just wants to protect her daughter's wealth. In more recent news, it seems like Kris has gotten almost like a new face, little touch-up, little tweak. And I saw our friend Sebastian Soto posted about this on his TikTok, and he made a video defending her because, I mean, you know, she actually does look really great for her age, whether she has surgery or not, and she's always been open about it.
So, people are coming left and right for Kris Jenner's new Instagram video where she is trying on a new foundation. And it's an ad, of course, but girl, the comments are not passing the vibe test. I'm so sorry, but people are like, oh my God, she doesn't look like that. She's using filters. It's not her real face. Like, own up to your age. I'm like, girl, can I just, for real, let's hold space for a second, bitch, okay? She is 69 years old. She is 69 years old and she looks fucking fantastic. And you know what, girl? At 69 years old, we could just wish to look like Kris Jenner.
These comments make a great point. She had a facelift live on TV, schedules cosmetic procedures on the show. Kris spends a lot of money on her skin. One person noted it's illegal to advertise products like makeup with filters, which I didn't know that was true. I feel like a lot of people could get in trouble for that. One person added, if the haters had the money for that face, they wouldn't be hating. Now, anytime I see any Robert Kardashian update, I always click. Because with a mother like Kris Jenner, it's interesting that these daughters are put to work, but her son gets the pass. But I feel like this article was recently planted, I'm sorry, it's my opinion, allegedly, because they're trying to defend Rob, saying that he's doing much more than what it seems like. He's not just sitting at home on the couch. In fact, the Daily Mail is reporting that Robert helps in making vital decisions. Rob is very involved with his family, even though you don't see it on TV. He prefers keeping a low profile, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't have a job to do. Rob is constantly helping and decision making for his family. So like what, you just help like Chloe pick what color bag her popcorn should be in? He currently serves as the chief financial officer for Kardashian Incorporated and reportedly doesn't need any financial assistance from his family. He earns his own living, which honestly good for him. I actually want to hear those things. Like I want Rob to do well. He's not taken care of or kept. He does not expect them to give him money. He works for the brand and earns his living. He had his sock company, Arthur George, but he essentially went into so much debt with Black China that they had to kind of absorb it, I believe, into the Kardashian world. I don't even know if it's still running. I've never even bought like a pair of Robert Kardashian socks, but I want to hear what you guys think of this Kardashian update in the comments below. I actually edited like this video and my video earlier all by myself. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.